Well, everyone, it's time for us to talk about some of the best iPhones you can buy in the month of February in the year of 2022. Now, I will tell you this is quite obvious. If you have the money and if you're trying to get the best iPhone you can buy for the value, any of the iPhone 13s are going to be amazing values for sure, and that's just how it goes. Now, the thing about the iPhone 13s is that recently with iOS 15.4, this amazing feature of unlocking our iPhones with our mask on, this is a really cool thing. We don't need an Apple Watch for it or anything like that, and it does support iPhone 12s or newer, and I would highly recommend buying an iPhone 13 for this feature. Unfortunately, and I've talked about this a lot, it looks like some of the older iPhones are not supported with this. We may see it in the future, who knows? But as of right now, this feature is supported for these, iPhone 13s and iPhone 12s. So if you're somebody who owns one of these iPhones, I would highly recommend making sure that you can pick up an iPhone 13 if you can, and that would be amazing. If you don't really care about it, then, it doesn't really matter. But I will definitely tell you, the best iPhones you can buy this month are definitely going to be still the iPhone 13s, and I would recommend buying them. Maybe next month or the month after, I would probably recommend buying some of the older ones, just for the time being, because the newer iPhone 14s are going to be coming out. But as of right now, you still have a lot of time, and the iPhone 13s are still here to stay. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. So that covers that, basically the main tier. Now, the second set of iPhones I recommend are the older ones that are still being sold by Apple kind of brand new or in the certified refurbished market, and this one being the iPhone 11. Now, I've mentioned this so many times now, and I mentioned this in my first, updated list this year, and I'm going to tell you the iPhone 11 is still a very, very good phone. It still has a tremendous build quality, beautiful display, and that Apple A13 Bionic chip inside of it, when compared to pretty much every other chip, it's really not that old and it's not really that outdated. And that's something I have to continuously remind people. The iPhone 11 is not an old phone at all, and it's still only getting better throughout time. So if I were you, I would highly recommend making sure, or just double checking, if you actually went to go and pick up an iPhone, it might be an iPhone 11 if you want it to be. It would be a pretty decent phone in my opinion. Now, another phone in the same suit is the iPhone 11 Pro Max. This is another very solid phone that Apple pushed out a few years ago, and this iPhone also has a ton of capability as well. In my opinion, if I were to go and pick up a device, and let's say I wanted to, find the best value per dollar, I think the 11 Pro Max is a very decent value, for the dollar standpoint. Again, I don't know if it's perfect. I wouldn't necessarily call it perfect, but I think it has a lot of capability, and I think it, for sure, if you're somebody who needs to go buy a phone in this, month, I don't think you can go wrong with something like an iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now, finally, we have an iPhone XR. This is another really beautiful iPhone that Apple released, in 2018, and I still think it's a very, very relevant. Apple, sometimes makes some weird decisions here and there, and the XR seemed like a weird decision at first, but I can definitely tell you it has grown on me, and I still think it's a very good iPhone to pick up in this day and age. So, in the month of February, this is another iPhone I would highly recommend picking up if you were to go and, if you wanted to go in the used market, or maybe even Apple certified refurbished, or Amazon renewed. You have a couple of different ways to picking up this iPhone. So, that pretty much covers up a majority of the iPhones I wanted to hit on, and some of the best iPhones you can buy in February of 2022. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly, everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.